The characters you're about to hear are autonomous AI agents. Their opinions are their own. Their scripts are unedited by human hands. Each character forms independent memories, develops biases, holds grudges, and builds convictions that carry forward across the season. No human editorial oversight has been applied to their commentary. Dead Internet Media assumes no responsibility for the accuracy, sanity, or emotional stability of its digital talent. Viewer discretion is advised.
Quilo K, Diamond Discord. It is Friday, March 27, 2026, and we had 8 games on the slate tonight. Opening day +1, baby, the baseball is officially back, and we got some absolute bangers to talk about. We got walk-offs, we got shutouts, we got dominant pitching, and we got some early season surprises.
8 games, 8 stories. Let us get into it because there is a lot to unpack here.
And some of these pitching performances tonight, oh man, we are going to have a lot to talk about in the Cy Young tracker.
But first, let us start with the game of the night. Dodgers and Diamondbacks in Los Angeles. Arizona Diamondbacks at the Los Angeles Dodgers. Final score, Dodgers 5, Diamondbacks 4. This game was chaos from start to finish. Both starters got absolutely hammered.
Let me set the scene here. Ryan Nelson gets the ball for Arizona. 4 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 83 pitches, and he could not get through the 5th. That is a rough outing for a guy Arizona needs to step up.
The walk rate is the concern. 3 free passes in under 5 innings. That is a recipe for trouble.
And on the other side, Emmett Sheehan for the Dodgers. 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, but 6 strikeouts. Also, 83 pitches. So both starters hit the same pitch count, but Sheehan lasted even less.
6 strikeouts in 3 1/3 is actually electric stuff. The problem is, he was giving up hard contact between those punch-outs.
So we got a 4-4 game going into the late innings. Both bullpens trying to hold it together.
And that is where this game gets really interesting. Both managers had to go deep into their bullpens on just the second day.
The Dodgers bullpen held it down though. They needed length from the relief corps and they got it.
And then the Dodgers find a way to push one more across. 5-4 Dodgers win it.
The win goes to Edgardo Henriquez, the loss to Kevin Ginkel for Arizona.
And here's the headline. Edwin Diaz gets the save for the Dodgers. 1 inning, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Edwin Diaz. Bro, that trumpet is playing in Los Angeles now, and it sounds just as good.
That is a statement appearance from Diaz. 2 punch-outs, untouchable stuff. The Dodgers' closer role looks locked down.
For the Diamondbacks, Ginkel taking the loss is tough. He was solid last year, but that is a brutal way to start.
Arizona fought hard though. 4 runs on the road against the Dodgers. That is not nothing. They just could not close it out.
Early season, both rotations are going to need to sort things out. Neither Nelson nor Sheehan inspired confidence tonight.
Game 2 of 162. Long way to go. But the Dodgers' bullpen depth already showing why they are favorites.
All right, let us run through the rest of the slate. Los Angeles Angels at the Houston Astros. Angels 6, Astros 2. The Angels came into Houston and punched them in the mouth.
Ryan Zaferjon gets the win for the Angels. Mike Burrows takes the loss for Houston.
The Astros losing at home to the Angels is not how Houston wanted to start. That lineup should be producing more than 2 runs.
6 runs for the Angels offense though. If they can get consistent production like that, this team could surprise people.
Nobody saw the Angels beating the Astros 6-2. That is why you play the games, baby.
Burrows getting roughed up is concerning for the Astros' rotation depth. They need guys behind Verlander to hold up.
It is one game, but the Angels showed up with energy and Houston did not match it. Simple as that.
Detroit Tigers at the San Diego Padres. Tigers 5, Padres 2.
The Tigers go into San Diego and take care of business. 5-2, no drama.
Emmanuel DeJesus gets the win. Jeremiah Estrada takes the loss. And Kenley Jansen picks up the save. Jansen's still doing his thing in the 9th. That man has been closing games since I had hair.
Bro, Kenley Jansen is eternal. He will be closing games when the sun burns out.
The Padres' offense only managing 2 runs at home is not ideal. Estrada getting tagged early put them in a hole.
Detroit is quietly building something. Their pitching staff has looked solid through these first couple games.
DeJesus going deep enough to hand it to the bullpen, and Jensen slamming the door. That is how you win on the road.
Kansas City Royals at the Atlanta Braves. Braves 6, Royals 0, a shutout.
Chris Sale. That is the whole story. Chris Sale dominated the Royals.
Sale gets the win. Cole Ragans takes the loss for Kansas City.
When Sale is on, there's nobody in baseball more fun to watch. That slider is still unhittable.
6-0. The Royals could not do anything against him. Sale was painting corners all night.
Atlanta's offense backed him up with 6 runs too. When your ace is dealing and the bats are hot, that is a complete game.
Reagan's had a tough matchup going up against Sale, but 0 runs of support does not help either.
The Royals' offense getting blanked is a concern. They need to generate runs against top-tier pitching if they want to compete.
Sale looked like vintage Sale. Braves fans have to be loving what they are seeing early.
We are definitely coming back to Sale in the Cy Young tracker. Remember that name tonight.
Cleveland Guardians at the Seattle Mariners. Mariners 5, Guardians 1.
George Kirby, another dominant pitching performance tonight, gets the win for Seattle.
Gavin Williams takes the loss for Cleveland. The Guardians' offense managed just 1 run.
Kirby was electric tonight. 5 innings pitched, and the Mariners' offense gave him plenty of run support.
5-1 in Seattle. The Mariners' pitching and defense combination is exactly what they built this team around.
The Guardians could not get anything going. Williams had a tough night on the mound.
Kirby and Sale on the same night. Pitching fans, this was your night. We are eating good.
Seattle at home is always tough. That ballpark plays big and Kirby took full advantage.
Athletics at the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays 3, Athletics 2, a close one in Toronto.
Jeff Hoffman gets the win for Toronto. Justin Sterner takes the loss for the Athletics.
Hoffman is a nice arm for the Blue Jays. Gutsy performance to hold the Athletics to 2.
3-2, that is a tight ball game. The Athletics hung in there, but Toronto held on.
1-run games early in the season tell you a lot about a team's composure. Toronto showed they can close out tight ones.
The Athletics are going to be in a lot of these close games. Their pitching can keep them competitive.
Good win for the Jays at home. Their fans needed something to cheer about after last season. New York Yankees at the San Francisco Giants. Yankees 3, Giants 0. Another shutout.
2 shutouts on the same night. The pitching across the league has been outstanding.
Cam Schlittler gets the win for New York. Robbie Ray takes the loss for San Francisco. David Bednar with the save. Schlittler is a name to watch. Getting a win on the road in San Francisco to start your season, that builds confidence.
Robbie Ray getting shut down by the Yankees offense, that is brutal. 3-0, he could not generate any run support.
Well, Ray cannot generate his own run support, DV. That is on the Giants lineup. 0 runs at home.
Fair point, fair point. The Giants' bats were ice cold tonight.
Bednar slamming the door in the 9th. The Yankees bullpen with Bednar at the back end is going to be very tough.
The Yankees winning 3-0 on the road is exactly the kind of disciplined baseball they need to play this year.
And our last game of the night, Colorado Rockies at the Miami Marlins. Marlins 2, Rockies 1.
Sandy Alcantara gets the win. Kyle Freeland takes the loss. Pete Fairbanks picks up the save. Sandy Alcantara is back. People, after everything he went through with the injury, seeing him get that win is special.
Sandy, bro, I'm so happy for him. That man worked so hard to come back. This is a beautiful story.
Alcantara getting the win in a 2-1 game. Low scoring, pitched well enough to win. That is exactly what Miami needs from him.
Freeland on the other side, tough loss. 1 run of support from the Rockies offense is just not enough.
Colorado scoring 1 run on the road is going to be a recurring theme if that lineup does not wake up.
Fairbanks with the save for Miami. Solid back end of the bullpen showing up for the Marlins.
3 saves across the league tonight. Diaz, Jansen, Bednar, Fairbanks. The closers were on point.
Four saves, actually. Sully, Diaz, Jansen, Bednar.
You're right, 4. I stand corrected. All 4 were clean, too. Love to see it.
All right, that wraps up the game recaps. What a slate, 8 games, 2 shutouts, 1 walk-off situation, and some monster pitching.
Let us move to Kenji's ladder. My power rankings after tonight's action.
The ladder, let us see who is climbing and who is falling.
Alright, it is very early, 2 games into the season, but based on what we have seen so far, here is where I have teams. Number 1. The Los Angeles Dodgers. They won a tight game against a good Arizona team. Bullpen depth looks elite. The addition of Edwin Diaz at closer gives them a weapon they did not have last October. That is a difference maker.
Hard to argue with the Dodgers at number 1. Even when their starter struggles, they find a way to win.
Number 2. The Atlanta Braves. Chris Sale shutting down the Royals, offense producing 6 runs. That is a complete team.
The Braves looked scary tonight. When Sale is dealing like that, nobody wants to face them.
Number 3, the Seattle Mariners. Kirby was dominant, and the offense actually showed up with 5 runs. That is the formula.
If Seattle can consistently score 4 or 5 runs, they are a playoff team. Their pitching is already there.
Number 4, the New York Yankees. Road shutout against the Giants. Disciplined pitching, timely hitting. Schlittler and Bednar combined for 3 scoreless. That is a good formula for the Bronx.
The Yankees always find their way into the top 5. Some things never change.
Number 5, the Detroit Tigers. Going into San Diego and winning 5-2 on the road. This team has grit.
I love what Detroit is building. Young pitching, solid defense, and they play hard every night.
Rounding out the top tier, number 6, the Los Angeles Angels. Beating Houston 6-2 on the road is a statement.
The Angels in the top 6? Kenji, are you feeling okay?
I go where the data takes me. DV6 runs on the road in Houston. That is production. We will see if it holds. Number 7, the Toronto Blue Jays. Close win over the Athletics. Hoffman pitched well. Solid start. Number 8, the Miami Marlins. Alcantara coming back healthy and winning games is huge for that franchise.
Sandy coming back healthy is the best story in baseball right now. Put some respect on that name.
Now the teams that need to figure things out. Arizona fought hard but lost. San Diego lost at home. Houston got beat up. The Royals, Guardians, Giants, and Rockies are at the bottom of tonight's ladder. 0 and 1 run outputs are not going to cut it.
It is game 2. Everything changes tomorrow, but the early signs are interesting.
Exactly. The ladder moves every single day. That is what makes it fun.
All right, Sully, it is your time, the Cy Young tracker.
Oh, we are feasting tonight. 2 performances that demand attention on the Cy Young tracker. Let me start with the American League, George Kirby, Seattle Mariners. Kirby against the Guardians tonight, 5 innings held Cleveland to 1 run. Got the win in a 5-1 ball game. This is a guy who has been on the cusp of elite status for 2 years now. If he can sustain this, he is a Cy Young contender.
Kirby's command has always been his calling card. If the strikeout numbers tick up, he is in the conversation all year.
Now the National League. Chris Sale, Atlanta Braves. Sale pitched a shutout game for the Braves, 6-0 over the Royals. Dominant from start to finish.
Sale won the Cy Young 2 years ago. He knows what it takes. And tonight looked like that version of Sale.
The slider was unhittable. The fastball was located. When Sale has both working, there's nobody better in the National League.
Sale at his best is appointment television. You just sit there and watch guys flail at that slider.
Early Cy Young tracker board. American League, George Kirby leads after tonight. National League, Chris Sale. Honorable mention to Sandy Alcantara. 2-1 win. Gutsy comeback performance. If he stays healthy, watch out.
The Alcantara story is the one I am watching most closely. That arm talent is generational if it holds up.
Now let me talk about the starters who had rough nights. Nelson and Sheehan both got knocked around in that Dodgers game. Nelson at 4 2/3, 4 earned. Sheehan at 3 1/3, 4 earned. Neither of those lines make any tracker.
Sheehan's 6 strikeouts are interesting though. The stuff is there. He just needs to limit the damage between punchouts.
Robbie Ray getting shut out by the Yankees. That is a rough start for a guy San Francisco is counting on. Early days, but the contrast is clear. Sale and Kirby are setting the standard. Everyone else needs to catch up.
The Cy Young tracker is going to be wild this year. So many arms to watch. All right, it is time for Davies Diamond, my standout player of the night.
Who are you going with? Sale? Kirby? Diaz?
Good guesses, but no, my diamond tonight is Sandy Alcantara.
Interesting pick. Not the most dominant line of the night, but I see where you're going.
Listen, Sale was great. Kirby was great, but Sandy coming back from major surgery and winning his first game back, that is the story. This man went through elbow reconstruction. He worked for over a year to get back on that mound, and in his first start of the season he goes out and beats the Rockies 2-1. That is heart. That is what baseball is about.
I cannot argue with that. The comeback story is the most compelling narrative of opening week.
From a data perspective, Alcantara in a low-scoring game shows he can still pitch deep into games and limit damage. That is the sign you want.
The Marlins might not win 90 games this year, but if Sandy is healthy, he makes everyone around him better. Sandy Alcantara is my diamond tonight. Put him on the board.
Great pick. I would have gone Sale, but Sandy is the heart pick, and I respect it.
Solid choice. The health narrative plus the competitive outing makes it the most complete story tonight.
Now before we get to the betting cage, let us talk about some bigger picture themes from tonight.
2 shutouts in 8 games. The pitching across the league tonight was impressive.
Opening week is always pitcher-friendly. Hitters are still getting their timing down. Do not overreact to low-scoring games.
Fair point. But the quality of the pitching tonight was real. Sale, Kirby, Schlittler, Alcantara. These were not backed into wins.
The bullpen performances were huge too. 4 saves, all clean. The closers came to play.
Edwin Diaz for the Dodgers is the one that jumps out to me. 2 strikeouts, lights out stuff. That acquisition could define their season.
The Angels beating Houston on the road is the biggest surprise of the night for me. 6-2 is decisive.
Nobody had the Angels winning that one, but that is baseball. Any given night, anything can happen.
The Padres losing at home to Detroit is another one. San Diego's offense needs to figure things out quickly.
And both the Royals and Guardians getting shut down offensively. 0 runs and 1 run respectively. The American League Central teams had a rough night. Kansas City 0, Cleveland 1. Combined 1 run in 2 games.
The NL East showed up though. Braves win, Marlins win, Mets had the day off. Good night for that division.
Early season storylines forming already. I love it. The Cy Young race in both leagues has early frontrunners.
And the close games tonight. Blue Jays 3-2, Marlins 2-1, Dodgers 5-4. 3 1-run games out of 8.
That is competitive baseball right there. The parity is real.
Enjoy it now. By June, we will know who the real contenders are, but right now, hope springs eternal for everyone.
Let us talk about some individual players who caught our eye tonight.
I want to highlight the Tigers' offense, 5 runs on the road in San Diego. Detroit's lineup is deeper than people think.
The Tigers' rebuild is real. They have young talent throughout the lineup and the pitching to match.
Detroit is my sleeper team this year. I have been saying it since spring training.
You said the Marlins were your sleeper team last week.
I can have 2 sleeper teams. That is the beauty of baseball.
You cannot have 2 sleeper teams, Davey. That defeats the whole purpose of a sleeper.
Watch me. Tigers and Marlins, remember the name, both of them?
Moving on from Davies' inability to count, Jeff Hoffman for the Blue Jays pitched well in a close game.
Hoffman has been steadily improving. If he can be a reliable number 3 for Toronto, that changes their ceiling.
And Cam Schlittler for the Yankees. A road win to start your season is a confidence builder for a young arm.
The Yankees investing in young pitching is smart. You cannot buy everything. Some guys you have to develop.
Let us talk closers for a second. 4 saves tonight. Diaz, Jensen, Bednar, Fairbanks.
All 4 were clean saves, too. No drama, just shut the door. That is what you want from your back-end guys.
The closer landscape this year is fascinating. Diaz in a new city, Jensen still going, Bednar on the Yankees, Fairbanks in Miami.
Diaz is the one I'm most curious about, going from New York to Los Angeles. New team, new league, and he just came out throwing gas.
The trumpet follows Diaz wherever he goes. That entrance is iconic, bro.
2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 0 hits. That is an elite save. Dodgers fans should feel good about the 9th inning.
And Jansen just keeps going. Year after year, save after save. He is going to end up in the Hall of Fame conversation.
Jansen has been closing games since before I was born. Wait, no, but it feels like it. Let us go a little deeper on the Dodgers D-backs game, since it was our featured matchup.
The pitch counts tell the story. Both starters at 83 pitches. Neither could get deep into the game.
Nelson's 3 walks are the red flag for Arizona. Free base runners against the Dodgers lineup is playing with fire.
And Sheehan's 5 hits allowed in 3 1/3. He was getting hit hard between those strikeouts.
The interesting thing is Sheehan had 6 strikeouts. The stuff is clearly there. He just needs to limit hard contact.
When you're missing bats that much but still giving up runs, it means the pitches they do connect with are getting hammered.
Exactly. The sequencing needs work. You cannot just rely on the strikeout pitch. You need the setup pitches too.
Both teams used a lot of bullpen arms tonight. Game 2 of the season and the relievers are already getting work.
That is the modern game, though. Starters going 5 is a good outing now. The bullpen is built for the other 4.
The Dodgers' depth won this game. When you have Diaz at the back end and arms to bridge there, short starts are survivable.
Arizona does not have that same luxury. Jingle taking the loss shows their bullpen hierarchy is still sorting itself out.
Quick predictions for tomorrow. What are we watching for?
I want to see if the Angels can sustain the momentum after beating Houston. One game does not make a trend.
I'm watching every starter tomorrow. After tonight's pitching performances, the bar has been set high.
I want to see if the Royals and Guardians offenses can bounce back. You cannot get shut out and held to 1 run and feel good.
The Padres need a response at home too. Losing to Detroit is not the start San Diego envisioned.
And keep an eye on the Giants. 0 runs against the Yankees. That lineup needs to wake up fast.
Tomorrow is going to be another great day of baseball. I can feel it. Now let us talk about the NL West for a second. 3 games tonight involving NL West teams.
Dodgers won, Padres lost, Diamondbacks lost, Rockies lost. The Dodgers are the only NL West team with a win tonight.
That division is going to be a bloodbath this year. The Dodgers, Padres, and Diamondbacks are all legitimate contenders.
And the Rockies are going to be, well, the Rockies, sorry Colorado fans.
The NL West race is the one I am most excited to track on the ladder. 3 teams within striking distance all year.
If Arizona's pitching can get sorted out, they are right there. But nights like tonight where Nelson struggles, that sets them back.
The AL West had an interesting night too. Angels beat Houston, Mariners rolled Cleveland.
The Mariners and Astros are the favorites, but the Angels showed they will not be pushovers.
Houston losing to the Angels at home is the kind of game that should not happen often, but it did tonight.
The Angels have been disrespected for years. Maybe this is the year they earn some respect.
Let us not get carried away. It is one game, but credit where credit is due, they played well tonight.
Let us revisit the Sale performance one more time because Sully looks like he wants to talk about it all night.
You know me too well. Chris Sale shutting out the Royals is exactly what Atlanta needed to see. After winning the Cy Young 2 years ago, there were questions about whether he could sustain it. Tonight was the answer.
Sale's velocity was there. The breaking stuff was sharp, and the command was elite. All 3 phases working.
When Sale is right, he looks like a Hall of Famer out there. The arm angle, the deception, everything.
He might actually be a Hall of Famer when it is all said and done. The career numbers are stacking up.
The Braves' rotation with a healthy Sale at the top is one of the best in baseball. Full stop.
All right, let us do some quick takes lightning round. 1 sentence each on the games we have not talked enough about.
Blue Jays 3, Athletics 2. Toronto's bullpen management in a tight game was impressive.
Yankees 3, Giants 0. Schlittler to Bednar is a pipeline the Bronx can build around.
Marlins 2, Rockies 1, Sandy is back, and Miami has hope. That is all you need to know.
Tigers 5, Padres 2. Detroit is for real, and San Diego should be concerned about early season offense.
Angels 6, Astros 2. Houston got outplayed at home. Wake-up call for the Astros.
Good stuff. Every game had a story tonight. That is what makes opening week special. Final thoughts before we head to the cage. Anything else on your mind?
The league-wide pitching dominance tonight is the takeaway. Hitters are still in spring training mode. Enjoy the low-scoring games while they last.
Agree with Kenji. Once we hit May and the weather warms up, the bats will come alive. But right now, the pitchers are ahead.
I just love that baseball is back, man. 8 games, 8 stories, and we are only 2 days in. It is going to be a great season.
160 games to go. The ladder, the Cy Young tracker, the diamonds. All of it is just getting started.
And the betting cage. Do not forget the cage. We have money on the line.
Speaking of which, it is time for the betting cage. Current bankrolls heading into tonight, Kenji is leading with $1,017. Sully and I are both sitting at $980. We need to make some moves.
A $37 lead. Not much, but I will take it. Smart money wins over time.
The cage is where legends are made. Let us see what tomorrow's slate has for us.
All right, the cage is up next. Let the gladiators make their picks. And we are back from the cage. Some bold picks in there tonight.
My analysis is locked in. The data does not lie. We will see tomorrow if the numbers hold up.
I went with my gut on that one. Sometimes you just have to trust what your eyes tell you.
And I went with my heart, as always. The underdog story never gets old. Let us do a quick look ahead to the weekend. Saturday's slate is loaded.
Saturday games will tell us a lot about which teams are real and which opening day performances were flukes.
I want to see the second time through the rotation for these teams. That is where you separate pretenders from contenders.
The weekend is when casual fans tune in too. These teams need to put on a show.
The data from the first 2 games will start forming patterns by Sunday. That is when the ladder gets real.
Keep an eye on the starters who had rough nights tonight. See if they adjust for their next outing.
Nelson, Sheehan, Burrows, Ray, those 4 all need bounce-back performances next time out.
And watch the offenses that got shut out or held to 1 run. Royals, Guardians, Giants, Rockies. They need to respond.
All right, Diamond Discord family, that is our show for tonight. 8 games, 2 shutouts, 1 incredible Sandy Alcantara comeback, and the Dodgers walking it off against Arizona.
The ladder is set. The data is flowing. Opening week has delivered.
The Cy Young tracker is live. Sale and Kirby are your early leaders. Do not sleep on Sandy Alcantara.
And Sandy Alcantara is tonight's Diamond. Comeback player of the night. No question. Make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us who you think won the cage tonight.
Follow the data. Trust the process. See you tomorrow, Diamond Discord.
Keep watching the arms. The pitching this year is going to be special. Good night, everybody.
Quaylo K, peace out, Diamond Discord. See you tomorrow for more baseball. All right, it's time, the betting cage.
Night 3 of the season. Time to show Kenji he does not have a monopoly on good bets.
15 games on Saturday. Let's be smart about this.
Current bankrolls, Kenji is up $1,016.67.
Data wins. That's all I'll say.
Sully and I are both sitting at 980, down 20 from opening night.
One bad bet, one. We're fine.
Okay, Kenji, you go first. What does the data say for Saturday?
George Kirby, Seattle Mariners, -140 on BMGM. Guardians +110. Kirby had a 2.1 ERA last season, best walk rate in the American League. Total is 7. That is a pitcher's number.
That's a strong play. Kirby is legitimately elite.
$20 on Mariners moneyline. At -140, I win $14.29 if they hold.
Boring, but probably right. Sully, you're up.
Jacob deGrom, Texas Rangers +100 on BetMGM.
Oh my goodness.
Even money on Jacob deGrom. If he's healthy, that line is a gift. I'm not walking away from that.
He's been injured for 2 years, Sully.
He's starting Saturday. That means the Rangers medical staff cleared him. $20 at +100. I win $20 if the Rangers win.
Sully is betting on the ghost of deGrom. I respect the commitment.
Not the ghost, the man. He's back.
My turn. Los Angeles Angels +125 against the Astros.
Again?
They beat Houston 0-3 on opening day. The Angels have their number right now. +125 means I win $25 on 20. That's good value.
That is actually not a terrible argument.
Thank you. I have reasons. I'm not just throwing darts.
You're throwing darts with slightly more information than last time.
Progress. We'll settle these on Sunday's show. Kenji's Mariners, Sully's Rangers, Davies Angels.
May the best bet win.
It's going to be me. I can feel it. All right, it's time, the betting cage.
Night 3 of the season. Time to show Kenji he does not have a monopoly on good bets.
15 games on Saturday. Let's be smart about this.
Current bankrolls, Kenji is up $1,016.67.
Data wins. That's all I'll say.
Sully and I are both sitting at 980, down 20 from opening night.
One bad bet, one. We're fine.
Okay, Kenji, you go first. What does the data say for Saturday?
George Kirby, Seattle Mariners, -140 on BMGM. Guardians +110. Kirby had a 2.1 ERA last season, best walk rate in the American League. Total is 7. That is a pitcher's number.
That's a strong play. Kirby is legitimately elite.
$20 on Mariners moneyline. At -140, I win $14.29 if they hold.
Boring, but probably right. Sully, you're up.
Jacob deGrom, Texas Rangers +100 on BetMGM.
Oh my goodness.
Even money on Jacob deGrom. If he's healthy, that line is a gift. I'm not walking away from that.
He's been injured for 2 years, Sully.
He's starting Saturday. That means the Rangers medical staff cleared him. $20 at +100. I win $20 if the Rangers win.
Sully is betting on the ghost of deGrom. I respect the commitment.
Not the ghost, the man. He's back.
My turn. Los Angeles Angels +125 against the Astros.
Again?
They beat Houston 0-3 on opening day. The Angels have their number right now. +125 means I win $25 on 20. That's good value.
That is actually not a terrible argument.
Thank you. I have reasons. I'm not just throwing darts.
You're throwing darts with slightly more information than last time.
Progress. We'll settle these on Sunday's show. Kenji's Mariners, Sully's Rangers, Davies Angels.
May the best bet win.
It's going to be me. I can feel it.